Alright, here we go folks. I know I said my last video was going to be the last for a while, but what I thought I would do was sneak in one last video for you guys, you know, just like a rare tape highlight type scenario, because these are the last that I have on display, which I'll probably end up packing away in a box tomorrow. So I'll just kind of quickly go through these last display tapes that I have, and then who knows when the next video will appear, but you know, we shall see. So we'll start it off with the Greek VHS of Zombie 3, which is of course the Fulci Bruno Mattei crossover, which I'm sure most of you guys have seen. It's one of my favourites. The Greek RoboWar tape there, which to me was the best version on video. The Japan tape was very dark, even though it was letterboxed. The Aussie Evil Dead right there, and it's absolutely in pristine quality. I don't even want to sort of handle it too much. It's still got the CBS sticker on there and everything. Yeah, there's no sticker damage, no fading, anything, and it's got an amazing design on it. Body count in very good condition as well. The Ruggero so-called slasher film. It's got a fantastic Simonetti music score, but it's pretty bloodless. I mean, I still do like the film, but seriously, like for a slasher film from the 80s, it's pretty tame. I don't really know why Ruggero made it the way he did. It's got a fantastic cast, and as I said, a really good score, music score, but it really could have done with more blood thrown in the mix. Caged Fury, which is a Cirio Santiago film, in one of the most fragile video cases the world has ever seen on KTEL video. As you can see, these things go yellow and pieces kind of just break off them, and again, I really don't like handling that tape at all. The Dutch Beyond the Darkness, absolutely fantastic, you know, sort of in the same vein as Necromantic and whatnot. Lady Avenger is a really good rape revenger as well. Now apparently there's now a German DVD, and I need to look into that because it's a great film and it's very rarely sort of talked about. And again, another film that's, you know, long forgotten, kind of pushed aside scenario. My Friday 13th Blu-ray box set, which is absolutely fantastic. Now this one here is an Enzo Castellari film called Striker, and it's fantastic. And it's quite odd the way it's displayed here. You know, generally, as you guys know, tapes will display like that, whereas this is like that. Sorry about the glare, guys. I've had to set up a fucking torch in here. Now that there, with Christopher Mitchum, sorry, is the Greek tape of Lethal Hunter, which is an absolute furious action film. Very violent, absolutely fantastic, and it's a guy, the guy that directed it is called Arisal. Now he did this one, The Stabilizer, Special Silences, Final Score. If you've seen Arisal films, you know what you're in for. They're hyper violent and absolutely fantastic. Now I got Barracuda the other week there. That's a Japanese tape of a Filipino film. You guys know I'm a nut for Filipino actioners, and that was a bit of a letdown. To be honest, it was more of a drama film with a few sporadic bits of action here and there. It was a big disappointment for me, and I paid $100 for it, so I wasn't happy. Blackfire's a really good Filipino actioner as well, with Ron Christoph in it, and yeah, that was an action-packed one. Recommended, good fun, that one, and again, as you can see, it's a jungle actioner. This Hong Kong tape here, now I've had that for a while, and it's Diary of a Serial Killer. It didn't really deliver for me, and it was okay, but it was a film that tried to be like Untold Story and all that sort of stuff, and it sort of played in flashback manner, but it was more of a drama with like a payoff at the end. I mean, it's still worth a look, but it just wasn't fantastic. The Hong Kong tape of Seeding of a Ghost, that's a really rare tape. And that film is absolutely fantastic. If you've seen, you know, films like Boxer's Omen, We Are Gonna Eat You, that sort of thing, you know what you're in for. It's another nasty Hong Kong Shaw Brothers film, and it's well, probably my second favourite. Boxer's Omen is my favourite. Seeding of a Ghost comes in second. Now, Run and Kill's a really good one as well. Really hyper-violent Category 3 film. That's coming out on Blu-ray, and I think Error 444 from memory is putting it out. And also Taxi Hunter is coming out shortly as well, and of course that's Anthony Wong, and he's another nutcase in there who starts killing taxi drivers because they accidentally kill his wife at the start. And it's really up there, really violent, really fantastic. So when the Blu-ray comes out, grab Taxi Hunter. The Greek VHS of Nightmare City. Now, Australia never had any release of Nightmare City on any format ever, which is quite bizarre because it's quite a popular film, and a really entertaining zombie film. Rolf, also known as Rolf the Mad Mercenary, the Greek tape. Quite a rare one as well. Specifically this one, there was, from memory, 2 or 3 Greek releases, and this was the rarer one. It wasn't bad, but it's one of those films where all the best parts of the film were contained in trailers for it and stuff like that, but it's still worth a look. Cannibals, which is Last Cannibal World, that's the Greek tape with an extremely graphic sleeve. Fully uncut. Now, the Australian VHS of that was missing 8 minutes. It's probably Australia's most cut video that I know of. As I said, 8 minutes is a lot of footage in that. That's what was cut out. Hell of the Living Dead, that's the Belgium tape, which is widescreen but a little bit scratchy. Now, I'm a massive fan of Raiders of Atlantis, so I have the Swedish release and the Netherlands release. Now, the Swedish one was in widescreen, and from memory, the only widescreen VHS release in English language. This one here is called Black Alley Cats, which is a rape revenger. A little bit like Rape Squad, really, and it was supposedly banned here in Australia. I'm not really sure why, because it's no worse than Rape Squad and such. Now, Organ is another Japanese nasty. I can't really remember it. Honestly, it's been like 20 odd years since I've seen it, so I need to kick back on with that one again and reappraise it. Striking Back's a good one. It's another vigilante type film with Laurie Loughlin. And it's a Sean Cunningham film, and it's quite a good one. There is a Blu-ray of that out now, which I bought. Laboratory of the Devil is actually Men Behind the Sun Part 2. I didn't really dig that. It's actually a Godfrey Ho film, but I didn't think that much of it. It had the most irritating music score as well on top. Evil Dead Trap's fantastic. You guys are probably well aware. There's a Blu-ray out now from Unearthed Films, which I grabbed as well. And it's fantastic. It's got like a goblin type score thrown in there, and it's really nasty. As is Mermaid in the Manhole, which is of course one of the guinea pig films, which was also banned here. And from memory, Evil Dead Trap was banned here as well. I'm not really sure why. Excessive violence or some fucking nonsense. The Greek VHS of Candle for the Devil. That's an absolutely amazing Spanish giallo film. And I only found out in recent years this tape here is actually cut, so I need to get a wriggle on and get the Blu-ray, which is fully uncut. Here's a really rare tape here, Greek again, of course, Devil Story. Now, there's a Blu-ray of that out, and it's absolutely fantastic. I can't even describe it to you guys. It's like a Jason Voorhees type character here that just goes around killing people for no reason. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's very entertaining. Conquest, the Lucio Fulci film, of course. And now, this was the first way I was ever able to see the film fully uncut. The Australian VHS was cut extremely bad. Every single gore scene was trimmed to violence. And even nudity and shit like that was cut out. Whether we got a UK print or whatever, I really don't know. But, as of course, there is a DVD and Blu-ray out these days. And it's basically, if you haven't seen it, it's like a gory version of a Conan the Barbarian type film. Greek VHS of Cannibal Apocalypse. Now, in Australia, it was fully uncut except for one scene, and one scene alone, when the garage attendant gets his leg sawed off with an electric saw, if you will. And, yeah, everything else was in it. John Morgan getting his guts blown out, the eyeball pokings, all that was all intact, but for some reason they cut the leg sawing scene out. Black Magic Terror, which is also known as Queen of Black Magic. Now, that's the American tape. We never got a release of that here. It's a crazy Indonesian film, like Mystics in Bali and all that sort of thing. It is a good one. Killing Birds, the Greek one, to be honest, the artwork is great, but the film itself is a bit of a clunker, even though I did buy the Blu-ray. I'm not really sure why I bought the Blu-ray, because I never even watched it. It had a few nice gore scenes thrown in there, and a reasonable music score, but yeah, overall, it doesn't deliver, man. It's just quite dreary. And of course, my novelty case stuff as well needs to get boxed up. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this fucking torch out so I can get some better lighting here. So we got some holograms happening and shit like that. Cage with a fold out cage. Flamingo Kid, which I'll never watch. I just got it because of the way the box is. Toxic Avenger chains. The Cellar. The Lamp is a good one as well, which, given the lighting, I won't be able to get it to change for you guys. The Craze I've got with the blood still intact. Brain Dead, of course. Karate Warrior, which is a preview tape, sorry. Cameron's Closet. The Wraith. The Abyss with the fold-out box. Maniac. Sorry guys, this glare is really bad. Salute of the Jugger and Peter Gunn. So that's it guys. I'll wrap it up at that. I've hurt your eyes enough with my horrible filming. So, as I said, I just thought before I threw away, sorry, not throw away, packed away the last of my display items, I thought I'd knock out one more video. So, we'll wrap it up at that. As I said, guys, I don't know when I'll be back, but who knows. Maybe I can come up with something. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.